Welcome to the second episode of our series of new videocasts. I'm Cassie Knuckles, IBMC College's social media specialist and host of our show. It is great to be here with you, and thank you for watching. In this episode, we're going to be talking to two amazing members of IBMC's admissions staff, Darla McNaney and Steven Huneycutt. They're going to be answering a few questions about the admissions process at IBMC and sharing some insight into what enrolling a student really means to them and their team. But before we get to that, we wanted to share some really great videos that some of our students sent in to us. These are videos that our students created, and they'll give you a little glimpse of what student life is like here at IBMC. So let's check them out. We want to give a huge thank you to the students who sent their videos to us. And remember, if you're an IBMC student and want to submit a video to be featured in one of our video casts, stick around, and at the end of this episode, there will be information telling you how to send your video to us. And now we want to welcome members of our admissions team, Darla McNaney and Steven Huneycutt, who are so crucial to what we do here on a daily basis. Thank you guys for joining us today. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good? All right. Awesome.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. First question is for you, Darla.
Okay.
Tell us your title and a little bit about what you do at IBMC.
Well, I'm the admissions manager. I meet with potential students. I call students that are interested in doing something with their life.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll make an appointment with them, get them on campus, and try to help them figure out their future.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Next question is for you, Steve. So since you're a fairly recent addition to our admissions team, tell us about your role at IBMC from your perspective.
It's very similar to Darla's. I'm the lead enrollment representative here at Fort Collins. And so my perspective is I always look at myself as the face of the school, the first person that a prospective student's going to come in and meet with.
Okay.
And, so to make that, transition from getting in the door or from outside the door to inside the door as smooth as possible for them and set them at ease. It's basically what I do.
Cool. Awesome. Darla, what is your favorite part about enrolling a student at IBMC?
Getting to know them.
Yeah.
I think we have the coolest jobs in this company because we get to see people from where they were, knowing that they want to be something else. And we get to find out how to help to get them where they want to be.
Yeah.
And help them along their journey.
Nice. Awesome. Steve, tell us what enrolling a student at IBMC means to you. Well,
we like to use the term changing lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time I enroll a student, that's what I look at it as, is I change a life. It's really a great experience. Okay. They come in, and most of the time they come through the door, they sit down, and they're really, just uptight and nervous. Yeah. They don't know what to expect. So once you've had that conversation with them and get to know them, which is the fun part, we get to be the heroes. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when they enroll and they reach their goals, we're the ones that help start all that. Yeah. So they look at us like that. It's a lot of fun.
Good. Awesome. Darla, your team gets to watch students when they first start at IBMC all the way through their program. And you should know you alone have enrolled over 1,200 students at IBMC. So tell us what that experience means to you.
It's awesome and overwhelming. Everywhere I go, I know something or someone, and their stories all kind of mesh together. But it's really, really cool when I can walk into a medical office or a business and have somebody come up to me and remember me after all these years and hug me and say, thank you. Thank you for believing in me enough to help me get where I am today. I never thought I could do it. That it's amazing.
I love that. I love that. Steve, what does it feel like to watch a student that you enrolled start to have success in their program?
Oh, it's fun. I can kind of get a feeling from where they're at from when I first met them to where, they're where they are present day. Mm-hmm. I got the best office in the building. Mine's like
you do
facing out the door into the main hallway upstairs, and I hear all the chatter. Yeah. So I actually get to watch them every day go from where they started to where they were maybe a little intimidated by it to where they're just spreading their wings now, and they're just enjoying it. They're loving it. They're having a lot of fun, and that's the most important thing. I love the noise of all the laughter and the good times they're having because they're building relationships. So for me, it's awesome. I love it.
Good. Awesome. Darla, can you tell me briefly about the enrollment process? What does it look like when a potential student inquires about career training at our school?
So anybody that I talk to has, unless they've been referred by a current student, which is awesome, most people that I talk to have called and inquired needing something different in their life. They have questions about the type of environment that we have, or maybe they are scared not knowing if they could do college. The enrollment process, in my opinion, for me, is to listen. They come in, I learn a lot about them, talk to them, help find their needs, their desires, their wants, and encourage them and show them how easy it is to be a part of this and take it one little step at a time.
Good. Awesome. What question am I on? All right. Steve, what are a few things you think a potential student should expect to hear when they come in for their appointment?
Well, there's a lot to that. I mean, obviously, there's the technical details, what program information they need for their specific program, how long it's going to take, information about financial aid, so on and so forth. But most importantly, I think, like Darla was talking about, you talk to them, you have a conversation with them. I would hope that they would expect to hear someone tell them and speak them onto a level to where they can overcome their fears and their anxiety about going to school and realize that putting off till tomorrow what they can do today is not going to help them.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Darla, give me a few examples of why enrolling at IBMC College is different than a community college or a four-year university.
The biggest thing is you're not a number. People here on campus know you by name. Mm-hmm. They know your face. The instructors are genuinely here to help their students succeed. Yeah. So the smaller class sizes is huge. And the fact that IBMC doesn't throw a bunch of classes at students that they don't need. I get a lot of students that have tried community colleges or four-year colleges get frustrated because what they went to study for isn't in their class schedule for months, sometimes a couple years after they get started. We are fast, we are focused, we are hands-on, and they get excited about learning their career path quickly.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part is that you don't have to take like a math class or a biology class. It's just like... Yeah.
Well, they have a math class in most of them, but
I mean, that one makes sense.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff.
Agreed.
Steve, what are the requirements for a potential student before they can be enrolled?
Well, the big one, obviously, is, from, once again, technical standpoint, is that they have their high school diploma or GED by the start date of class.
Okay.
All right. They don't actually have to have it to enroll, but by the time they start, they need to have it.
Okay.
The other things are just, obviously, to set an appointment, come in and have an interview with one of us. That's the most important thing that's going on here is like Darla talks about, getting to know them, having that interview, because sometimes people are going to come in and maybe what they're thinking they want to do is not actually what they need to do, or vice versa. Sometimes there's some confusion there. And then, come in, have the interview, have a tour, and then meet, go through the enrollment process. They need to pass the admissions test, and then once they're accepted, and go talk to financial aid. So it's a process.
Yeah. Sounds like a good process, though.
Easy process.
It really is. It's streamlined here. It's really nice, and it's not very difficult.
Yeah, just kind of straight to the point. So. Yeah. Nice. Darla, do you ever have a potential student come in for their appointment and find that they are unsure of what program they are interested in, and what do you do in that situation?
That happens all the time. I think where IBMC stands out is we encourage people to come in no matter what. Whether we have a program that they're interested in or not, because as Steven was just saying, they may come in thinking they want to do esthetician, but really see that we have a medical side. And they always thought that medical would be just too hard until they see how we teach. If somebody comes in that does not know what they want to do, I tour the whole campus. I talk to them about the jobs that they can get with the education that they would receive from us. And that kind of helps narrow down what their interests are and things that they think that they would like. I always start off with telling people, my goal for you is to help you find a career path that you're going to love. Most people have to work the majority of their lives. It's a gift to be able to wake up every day and have a career where you enjoy going into work.
Yeah.
So that's simple, and that's where we start.
That was
Thanks.
Yeah. Steve, if you have a student that contacts you but is on the fence about whether they want to enroll, is there anything you tell them to help them decide to get started?
Well, that goes back to the conversation piece, and what Darla was just talking about. You have to have the conversation. It's a lot of times I've had people walk through the door and say, hey, I want to do this. I know what I want to do. I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But we wouldn't be doing our jobs the way we should be doing them if we didn't actually sit down and say, all right, let's talk about this and make sure. Okay, a lot of people, their biggest problem is fear of the unknown. They're intimidated by the fact of, can I afford this? Mm-hmm. They're intimidated by the fact of, can I manage my time in my life and go to school? Am I going to be able to succeed? Yeah. Can I handle the workload and the pressure? When I talk to them, my goal is to find out what's in here, what they have in their heart, what they really want to do, and what they really want to be.
That's awesome.
And when they, when you're talking to them, and it comes out. So I like to share. So when they share with me, I share with them, and I tell them about me and my experiences. I didn't get my bachelor's degree till I was 40. Okay, but the reason that happened is because, number one, I never had anybody to help me or guide me like they have now. Mm-hmm. And number two, as human beings, it's very natural to let our fears control us and to put off till tomorrow what we could do today. Yeah. And that's the one thing I run by them most of the time is I say, you know what? If you're going to do this and in your heart of heart this is what you want to do, that if you wait until tomorrow, you're just wasting another day. Make the decision, do it now, and see it through.
All right. God, you make me want to start school again.
My story is just like theirs, so I can relate. So that's the nice part of it.
No,
that heart
piece
is awesome.
It's really nice, especially having somebody relatable who is going to be just as comfortable with you as. Yeah. So, all right. One more question for each of you. Darla, can you tell me about one really special moment you've had here with a student that you've enrolled?
Oh, I've had a few. One that stands out is early on. I had a student, his name was Randy. He came in to talk to me. He's a twin.
Okay.
He had a really, really, really bad stutter. And it was even really more prominent when he was nervous. He told me about his life, and he's always wanted to go to college, but he was insecure. He used to get made fun of. His twin brother is a commercial pilot, making a ton of money, and he always felt like a little bit of the outcast.
Okay.
We got him to enroll. He immediately became a part of IBMC's a family. People realize that right when they walk in the front door. It's very different here.
Yeah.
He was embraced right away. He excelled in his career and his education here at IBMC to the point where he was a work study. Even when he wasn't a work study, he'd come on campus to just try to encourage other students. This man with the stutter was our speaker at graduation.
Wow.
It was a pretty cool moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And his family, including his commercial pilot brother, all attended to watch him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we were all in tears. It was awesome.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I know that story. I was sitting here nodding because I don't know if you remember, but my second day at IBMC when I went out to Greeley to train with Darla.
Yeah.
And she told me that story.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Wow. That's awesome. Okay, well, last question.
Sure.
Steve, just give the viewer an idea of what IBMC College means to you, just as a whole.
Oh, wow. I can get long-winded on this one. My background, I've been doing this a long time. I've worked in universities, multiple universities. I believe in education. I believe in helping people move forward in their lives and chase their dreams. Yeah, I like to share, like, my daughter's a 21-year-old cosmetologist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when I look across the desk half the time, I see my daughter sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I always ask myself, how would I want my daughter treated if someone else was talking to her?
Yeah.
And that I always had that in my mind, you know, because I always want to make sure I'm doing right by the student and doing what's best for them, you know. But for me, I feel like I found a home here because I've been doing this for so long, and this is actually the first school that I feel like that I belong at, not only just as a person, but as an admissions representative that does what I do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But a school that really puts everything out there to help the students in their journey to graduation and completing their programs. All the resources are there. All the support is there.
Yeah.
And it's like Darla said earlier, everybody here is a person. They're not a number.
Yeah.
And to me, it just feels awesome. I love coming to work. I love walking in the building. There's no gray cloud over my head when I walk through the door.
Yeah.
Every day I jump out of bed and I'm happy to come here. So for me, I feel like I found a home.
Yeah, it's hard to call it work when you get to help people for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun doing it.
I deal with the students in a completely different way, but like it's the same thing. You walk in the front door and it just is a feeling of home and family and closeness with everyone who works here and the students, and it's just it's a great feeling.
And you get to see them every day grow a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's where that
And they
seat
change.
looking out in the hallway is so cool because they come in and hi Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
it
here.
makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mine is when people come back into our little hidey hole of an office and say hi to us because it's like, oh, you came all the way back here to say hi.
Mhm.
Like,
It's the environment we create.
yeah,
It is.
it's awesome. So, well, cool. Well, those are all the questions I have for you guys. So.
Well, thanks for having us. This was
Yeah,
fun.
thank you for coming in.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
this has
appreciate
been
it.
great. So,
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch this episode of our videocast. Before we wrap up, we wanted to share one of our favorite events that we get to do here at IBMC. Earlier this month, we held our 98th graduation ceremony at the Budweiser Event Center and got to show our appreciation for the more than 400 graduates that finished their programs. We wanted to congratulate all of our graduates and to thank all the friends and family who came out to support them. Let's finish up by checking out this quick video showing all the sights and sounds from the ceremony as graduates from all 3 IBMC campuses walked across the stage to accept their degrees, diplomas, or certificates. IBMC graduates, we want you to know that we are so proud of you. So sit back and enjoy, and again, thank you for watching.